Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Jonathan Martinez versus Adrian Yanez. What a fight. Jonathan Martinez is 18 and 4, 29 years old, and I think he's got 1 inch of height, but giving up half an inch of reach to 29-year-old, I think, Adrian Yanez, who is 16 and 4. Yanez, he got knocked out in his last loss, his last fight. That was to Rob Font, who got just a classic veteran victory. That was in a few minutes, and he caught him with a big right hand where he reached from halfway across the octagon and then pounded him out. That was the only time Yanez has ever been finished. He's got 1 TKO loss now, and it was to Rob Font. All other losses are by decision, and they're to good fighters. Miles Johns, Domingo Pilarte, current and former UFC fighters, and Levi Moles, maybe a future UFC fighter, but that guy's a really good fighter. But that's it, and he's gotten plenty of great wins in his 16 wins. 10 by TKO, 2 by submission, 4 by decision. We've seen him beat Tony Kelly in half a grudge match. He TKO'd him. Davey Grant in a really close fight and a fucking war. That was a split decision. And he got third round finish over Gustavo Lopez and steamrolled Victor Rodriguez and the Contender Series guy. That guy really steamrolled, whatever his name was. But Yanez has looked great. He's got plenty of great experience even outside the UFC, as I mentioned, especially with those losses. And he proved inside the UFC he's ready to fight 15 hard minutes, as he did against a gritty son of a bitch like Davey Grant. So I like Yanez, and I really like his hand speed. I mean, I know it worked against him in his last fight, getting caught with that big punch from Rob Font, but most of the time in a boxing battle, Yanez is going to be leading the dance and leading the fight. That guy has incredibly fast hands, works really sharp combinations, mixes shit up very well, and he's a problem for anybody on the feet. Jonathan Martinez is as well. That guy's a very good striker himself. He's got a record of 18 and 4, 8 TKO wins, 2 by submission and 8 by decision. And he's got 4 losses, 1 by KO, Davey Grant, who Yanez beat by split decision, knocked him out in round 2. And Andre Ewell and Andre Sukumtoth beat him by decision. And the Ewell fight was bullshit. And then he also lost by disqualification, an illegal knee on Matt Schnell. So, whatever. But Jonathan Martinez has gotten some great victories. He beat Said Nurmagomedov in a very close fight, to be honest. But still, he got the nod there, decision victory. Got the TKO win over Cub Swanson and looked really good there. The leg kicked him. That was his finest performance in the UFC, and the guy does have leg kicks from hell. He's kind of like Chris Gutierrez, but not quite as good there. But very good leg kicking, and that can be the story of the striking battle in any fight, and certainly in this one here. You know, he's going to want that to take over the striking against Adrian Yanez, but he's really got to chop up those legs at the right time, because Yanez, he's got, again, just incredible accuracy and faster hands, for sure. I think Jonathan Martinez could corral him into a kicking bout, but in a fight that I expect to be mostly contested on the feet, I think Adrian Yanez is going to win this fight. I think he's going to crowd Jonathan Martinez. I think he's going to be pressuring him and outlanding him. I don't know, how the significant strikes will line up, but I think he's going to win the volume battle and win the strike battle. And I also think Yanez, his chin, both guys' chin has failed them once each. But his chin is not something that gives me a lot of concern. Rob Font is an exceptionally hard striker, and Davey Grant for Jonathan Martinez is an exceptionally weird striker, and he also hits really fucking hard because he throws looping weird punches. So I trust the health of both guys, really, where I'm not picking against the chin, certainly not betting against it. I'm expecting this one to be a tight fight that goes down to a decision, really. And I think Adrian Yanez is going to put up the numbers and outwork Jonathan Martinez. I think either fighter would be smart to take the other fighter down and take him out of his element, and of course try to secure a round that way and slow down his striking. But I don't even know which guy would be more inclined to do so, to be honest. And I think this fight, regardless of who does what, it's destined to play out on the feet. And I'm taking the boxing of Adrian Yanez to beat the kickboxing, so to speak, of Jonathan Martinez. I know they're all fucking kickboxers. It's the UFC. But the hands of Adrian Yanez are so sharp. And I think in a fight where a guy who's not going to out-wrestle him and is going to, engage in a striking battle, Yanez's hands will return to form. They will get a victory here. So Yanez by decision is the pick. I played it at plus 300 and his money line at plus 105. I think this fight is pretty close, but I've got Yanez winning. So with odds like that, yeah, I'll bet on him. Adrian Yanez, like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.